Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is a vlog day. It is Friday. It is our screen-free day, and so it's a little bit lighter on homeschool. We do try to stay off of screens for the most part today, for both personal and homeschool. We'll see how that goes. I was supposed to meet my friend out for coffee this morning, and then I just got a text from her that she is not well, so we've canceled that, but that does give me a few extra hours in the day this morning to do something, of which I'm not sure. I was planning to get breakfast out, so I need to make myself some breakfast, and I'm definitely going to have another cup of coffee. I only had one this morning because I knew that we were going to be going out for coffee, but now I am just going to definitely make myself another coffee, or I might actually go to Dunkin' Donuts and get some munchkins for the kids and a coffee for me. That actually might be what I will do. I did do my plan yesterday afternoon for today, but it is definitely going to be different because I'm not going to be gone all morning. The kids are all sleeping. They tend to sleep in on Fridays. We will still have school today, but like I said, it will just be more analog learning. However, Jack has been doing his math and some of his CompuScholar stuff on Fridays as well, just to keep up, and it kind of defeats the purpose of a screen-free day for me. Because my ideal would be to be completely off of screens today for everything, for homeschool and for personal. But Jack's Algebra 2, I think that he just needs to keep doing like 5 days a week of lessons in order to give him a good buffer for the winter if he gets sick and needs to take a day off. So it's better to just do that. And then he also has an online portion of his driver's ed that I don't know if he's going to work on today. We will see. Tonight we have the homeschool family dance. They have one family dance a year, and that is really exciting for Lucy because she doesn't get to go to all of the teen dances that Emma and Jack go to. So we'll be going to that, and it's about 45 minutes away. So pretty much as soon as my husband gets home from work, we're going to have to leave. So that is definitely going to impact our afternoon. I do have a bunch of cleaning things to do today. I'm supposed to wash the floors, clean the sheets, and do the bathrooms. So I'm hopefully going to do that. And then the other thing that was on my list for this week was to clean out my office closet over here. I did tidy up my office. We can't really tell right now because I just got a bunch of new planners yesterday from Mom Agenda and my second Sterling ink order from the launch. And so I need to figure out what to do with those, but I was going to try and clean out my office closet. I have a bunch of notebooks and other things that I don't necessarily want to get rid of, but I also kind of want to get rid of. I'm kind of thinking that I want to get rid of all of my extra pens except for the specific ones that I'm using. And I'll say that, but then what will happen is I will get rid of everything, and then I will look for a particular pen or highlighter and I won't have it. And then I'll have to go repurchase it. But I have so many pens and so many highlighters, and I did this maybe 2 years ago. I went through and tested all of them because I just had so many and got rid of all the ones that didn't work. And then I stored all of the other ones. I have some over here in this little caddy, and then I have like a little zip bag. It's not little, it's actually quite large, where I have a bunch of other markers and pens and highlighters and things. Part of it is because Emma and Lucy both take new pens and highlighters randomly to use, but I kind of just want to get rid of all of those things. And then the other thing is all of my planners. A lot of these ones down here are planners from 2024 that I've just held on to share how I've done things as well as to refer to when I'm doing my own personal planning. And then all of these up here are planners that I haven't really been using this year, but I use them for showing other planners or comparing them to new planners or whatnot. So I don't necessarily want to get rid of them, but I don't really want them on this shelf either. My Bible books are all too deep, so I would like to spread those out a little bit more. I don't know. And then behind this table, I have all of the new power sheets and season by season planners, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do a giveaway for one of the power sheets that I purchased, as well as a $75 gift card to Cultivate What Matters, like 2 different giveaways, and then potentially some of the Fresh Start planners that I have because those are undated, but I'm unsure. I'm really unsure. So that's the start of this vlog. I don't really have anything planned, but I figured that I might as well vlog today because I need to have one more vlog for this month, and today seems to be a good day to do that. So I'm going to take you along and we'll see how it goes. We just went to Dunkin' Donuts to get breakfast, and I thought that they did not put cheese on my sandwich, but they did, so that's good. I got a coffee. Munchkins, definitely needed.
I forgot all you needed.
What did you get?
2 plain bagels with butter. We listened to McDonald's challenge.
Okay, it's 9:20 and we've eaten breakfast. Everybody has sufficiently eaten many munchkins at this point. And I am having the kids get the sheets off of their beds so that I can wash them. I need to pull the sheets off of my bed. Jack is doing Japanese right now, so he will have to get his sheets when he has a break in that. And Lucy is not motivated to do school today. And this entire week has been so good for homeschool this week. I have felt this entire year, the start of 2025, 2026, that not that we've been floundering, but there has been so much stuff going on, and I didn't really feel like we got a good start to the homeschool year. I mean, we did, but we also didn't. I did not feel as prepared as I wanted to be. And then after a month, I realized the history that I'd planned for Jack was not any good. And so we're just getting back on track with all of that stuff. And honestly, pretty much every year, by the time we get to the start of September, to the middle of September, I feel like we're in a really good place with all of our subjects. This year we started about 5 weeks later than we normally do. And because of that, I did not feel good about how we started our year. And we are just finally getting to a point where I feel comfortable with things. And it's the middle of October. And the problem is that we take a big winter break between Thanksgiving and New Year's every year from mom school. The kids still work on their passion projects. They are still reading. Lucy, I think, is going to be continuing math practice, which we haven't talked about yet, but I think that's going to be part of her rhythm for winter. But we do so many other things during Christmas and Advent that I like to take a big chunk of time off and kind of shift gears. But I'm not sure I feel good about breaking at Thanksgiving this year. I mean, we are where we need to be, I guess, but I just don't feel as good about it this year as I have in past years, and it is what it is. But my hope is that we continue to make some progress, and we'll see. But I need to get the laundry going. I'm unsure if I'm going to wash the floors today. That's my other big task. Floors, bathrooms, and sheets are my 3 big cleaning tasks on Fridays. I don't know if I want to wash the floors. I kind of just want to focus on my office closet and maybe my office, just decluttering in general. I might also go into the basement and work on some of the random art supplies down there. That's also on my goals list for October. And I did actually I started to organize the homeschool stuff down in my basement, a couple of particular areas that I wanted to declutter. But once I went through those, trashed what I didn't need, and kind of sorted stuff, I don't have a place to put that stuff because we still don't have the basement finished from our flood in the spring. And so I still have piles of books and I don't know what to do with them. They're not books that we're using currently, but I also don't have any bins to put them in to store them. So they are still sitting on the ping pong table, and I probably should do something about that. But that's where we're at the moment. I need to get the laundry going and figure out the next step for me. It's about 11 o'clock right now, and I just cleaned out the kitchen for the most part. I did not do the dishes from this morning. There are a few in the sink, but most everything else is done, so I'm pleased about that. I am going to start working on my closet next. There isn't a ton of stuff in there. However, the stuff that is in there, I just don't know what to do with it. So we're going to kind of work through things and see if I can make some progress. I would also like to do something about all of the stuff that is on those shelves and potentially the stuff that's down there as well. I have all of the kids' school books for this year, which I decided that I was going to keep. I have some reference things like old dictionaries and stuff that I brought up here from the flood, and then I have my organizational caddy from Erin Condren, which I haven't been using because I haven't been going outside. all that often. I usually use it in the summer when I am going back and forth outside to work on work because I can just stick everything in there and then bring it out to the table outside, and that's where I like to do my work in the summer. I could probably get rid of some things on my office desk. I need to get a new printer, and I actually need to get 2 new printers. Mine are just about done. They are very, very old. I think my laser printer is maybe 15 years old, and then my HP printer is about 12 years old, I think, and it just does not print nicely, and I would like it to print nicely, especially because I have been thinking about printing more of my own stickers and headers and stuff. I actually bought some of that transparent sticker paper. It's like kind of matte sticker paper, the like Avery label size, like it's 8.5 by 11 size. So I just put a bunch of images on one 8.5 by 11 Word document and then print it out. I'm mainly thinking about books and things like that for my book journal, but we'll see. So I'm going to just put on an audiobook. I'm re-listening to Fourth Wing right now because I don't know what else to listen to. I do have a bunch of physical books that I've gotten from the library, but I can't really listen to those while I'm working. And while I do enjoy listening to nonfiction on audio, especially if it's read by the author, oftentimes I want to take notes on that stuff. So I prefer to read those in physical form or on my Kindle at a desk when I can take notes. It's very student-ish of me, but just listening to Fourth Wing is kind of fun. And I'm actually kind of thinking that I want to annotate some of my books that are over there because I do that a lot with nonfiction, but I've never annotated fiction books before. And I just think it would be a lot of fun to have that, especially books that I've read multiple times and can kind of pick things out. Things like Harry Potter and Crescent City and, you know, all the Sarah J. Maas books. And then Fourth Wing, I think it would be fun to kind of go through and highlight different things that pop out to me. I remember when I first read Harry Potter, it did not dawn on me until like the 3rd read through of the series. I think I was reading through it in preparation for book 6 coming out, that they talk about Sirius's bike in the first book. Like, it just never even dawned on me. I read that sentence the other 2 times that I had read that first book, but it hadn't jumped out at me. And so things like that, I like to read and take note of. But I don't do it so often with fiction books or at all, and I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. So it's actually something I'm thinking about working on as one of my goals for 2026 is to annotate some of my most loved book series. I think that that would be a lot of fun actually. So, okay, Lucy has not done any school. Jack is still working on school. All of it is screen related. Emma is outside running, and I need to get something done. Also, I did have that giant cup of coffee. It was not 1 cup, an extra large coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. And I was kind of thinking that counts as just 1 coffee, right? So like if I had another cup, it would only be 3 cups of coffee for the day, not multiple. I'm kind of wondering how big a cup the extra large hot coffee is. So I might Google that. And then I'm going to start cleaning out my office closet and potentially moving to the basement. We'll see. Okay, so it may not look like I'm making progress because I have all of this stuff out here, but I am making quite a bit of progress in my closet, getting rid of stuff. But what I'm trying to figure out is where I'm supposed to put everything. Shelves, while helpful, are not actually helpful to organize all of the little office supply type things that I have stored in my closet. I do have multiple notebooks. I have some magazines that I'm not going to get rid of. They're mainly Taproot magazines, which is, it's not in print anymore, but it was an ad-free homesteading, crafting, homeschooly type magazine that I subscribed to for many years. And it has all kinds of patterns and recipes and stuff in them. I guess I could potentially just go through and pull out everything that I want to keep. and put it in my home management binder. Maybe I will do that. I'm unsure. I have to think about that. I think that maybe last year or the year before I had talked about going through and revamping my home management binder, and it could have been more years actually, because I do know that I have gone through and added and removed some things from my home management binder. It's let me grab it. This is my home management binder. It is probably 2.5 inches big, wide, I don't know. This is a binder that I got a long time ago. You can see those pins in the top. It has a clipboard inside, and I keep a lot of stuff in here. Before that, my binder was a green binder, still quite large, a little bit not as wide as this one. This one's a little bit sturdier. It's not a D-ring, and I kind of wish that it was, because those are a little bit easier to manage, but it's where I put all of my recipes or things that I pull out. I have a bunch of different dividers and things. Maybe I will add that to my goals plan for 2026. Oh shoot, what was the other thing that I talked about a little while ago? See, when I edit my video for this vlog, I'm going to have to make some notes because I didn't think about it, but I mentioned it to the camera. I can't remember right now, but it is about 10 of 1. I'm going to make some lunch for everybody and then probably continue to work on my office closet. I think what I need is to get some drawers, and I don't want to just have a bunch of baskets in there. I think I'm going to have to look at some maybe Pinterest images of closets and how people organize them, because I don't want to keep like extra paper clips and binder clips and pens and whiteout and all of that kind of stuff on my desk, and my desk doesn't have any drawers. So I'm unsure. I don't know, maybe I need a different desk. I was actually watching somebody's vlog recently, and he was talking about a really deep desk, and mine's probably about, I don't know, now I want to measure it. My desk is not super deep. It's just about 20 inches, a little less than 20 inches. And one of the reasons that I got the particular desk that I got was so that I can put this contraption here up on my desk, which is where my camera goes when I'm doing top-down videos, as well as it holds my lights and everything else. I try to keep it pretty compact so it's not taking up a huge amount of space, but I'm still able to film when I need to, both sit down and top down videos. So it was hard for me to find a desk that had space that I could clip this contraption on, and I wanted an L desk so that I had more space, but it's very challenging for me to work on my desk. There are just so many things and I don't know where to put them. I feel like I do need some drawers, but I don't have any. So anyways, I'm going to make some lunch, check in with the kids, and then I will probably come back and start working on my office again. Okay guys, so sheets are done. Well, Lucy's sheets are in the dryer right now, but I'm feeling good about things. I did remember that other goal idea that I had, which was to annotate my favorite fiction book. So I've written that down, as well as revamping the home management binder in my 2026 goals brainstorm list of ideas. At some point I will sort through those, but I just wanted a place to kind of keep things for the time being. Obviously, I've not done anything with all of this stuff, and I'm still not finished cleaning out my office, but I'm losing steam. I did make lunch for everybody, and then I was just sitting down chatting with Emma a little bit. And now Lucy is in the shower. We have a few hours before we have to leave, but Jack is doing his live stream today because he had driver's ed on Wednesday, which is when he normally does it. He has to take a shower before his live stream. Lucy is in the shower right now. Emma needs to take a shower. I'm not going to take another shower. I'm good. I also do not plan to dress up. I'm planning to wear jeans. It's like 45 degrees outside. I'm not dressing up for a dance. But let me check in with the plan that I had for today in my daily planner. Okay, so the things that I have done. I did the floors and vacuum. I cleaned off my surfaces, not done the office desk. It is a disaster at the moment. I did wash the sheets and I did the bathrooms. I did not do the floors. I didn't wash the floors. I cleaned up the floors, but I haven't washed them. I haven't done a walk or read, and I haven't really figured out Lucy's birthday either. I am not going to be able to walk today, but I will count dancing as my walk for today tonight when we're at the dance. I think what I'm going to do is actually just take a little bit of a reading break right now just to kind of rest. That obviously is not maybe the best option, but I am trying to remember that I still need to rest, and I will be out late tonight at the dance and probably very peopled out by by tomorrow, and we have a busy weekend of plans. We have to go apple picking. Well, we don't have to, but we want to go apple picking. I want to go apple picking. The kids want to go apple picking. Jack wants apples so that I make apple jelly, which I do every year, and it kind of gets us through the entire year for his needs with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He likes that. And then my mom also makes strawberry jam. So we have a good selection of preserves. And then I also want to make apple butter, which I absolutely love, with muffins. I make a lot of muffins in the winter months. So that's always nice to have. So I'm hoping that we can go apple picking. The kids have like a church youth event tomorrow night, and then Sunday is church. We have football. I've already planned out next week. I did that yesterday. This is the second time that I have planned out my weekly plan on a Thursday, and I really like that. I have not done homeschool planning today. In fact, that is a new rhythm that I'm trying to implement, to do my homeschool planning and my weekly planning before the weekend. Originally, I thought that I would do both on Friday. Last week, I did my weekly plan on Thursday and my homeschool plan on Friday. Totally forgot to write it down today. So I should have done that. I don't know, maybe I didn't even put it in my weekly plan to plan out homeschool. And so I need to make a note to remember that, so that when I'm planning out again, I write plan homeschool on Friday for my weekly plan. In fact, I'm going to change that right now. Okay, so I wrote that down. I did not have it in my plan. I also didn't have apple picking for tomorrow. I didn't have that I have to go to Target tomorrow because we have to pick up some birthday presents and also some Halloween stuff. So I have all of that written down now in my weekly plan. So hopefully it will get done, but tomorrow is going to be very busy for us, and I'm going to be exhausted after tonight. So I think I am going to take some time to read. I am waiting for a package from Erin Condren. It's not a huge package. I think I just got some divider tabs and some new sticker books. So when those come, I will share them with you. I also have to go check the mailbox and see if I've gotten anything in the mail. And then I'm going to sit down and do some reading and just chill for a little bit before I have to help Lucy get her hair done and get ready to go. Okay guys, I am taking a little bit of a break from my reading this afternoon because I got my Erin Condren order, and it actually, I feel like it came really fast. I placed this order on October 5th and got it on the 10th, which is kind of crazy to me because I didn't even pay for expedited shipping, which I almost always do because living in Maine, it takes so long for packages to get here typically, but not this time. And probably that is because this is like literally the smallest order I've made in so many years. I'm opening it upside down. I wanted to bring you guys in a little bit closer. So I got these monthly and functional tabs. They are vegan leather, and these they've had for a while, but I thought that these might look really nice on this for this year, for 2026. We will see. I'm unsure. These are much heavier than the little tabs that I have been using, which are these little teeny tiny tabs right here. Where are they from? They are from my Dandelion Diaries, and I got these, I guess probably May, June timeframe when I realized I wanted to have some tabs on this planner. I wasn't sure that I would need them, but I decided I wanted them, and these are pretty sturdy, but I did want to get these because I am thinking I might want to use them, but this paper is very thin. It's not at all like the Erin Condren paper. This is the Common Planner, which if you've been watching me for any length of time, you will know how much I love the Common Planner, but the Tomoe River paper is so thin, it might, I don't know if it would tear with these, I'm unsure, but I do like these. They have a little bit of gold foil accent, and it has the months, but they are abbreviated. It also has important to do lists and notes. I was mainly thinking about the month tabs because they're small, similar to this size, but maybe just a little bit bigger than this size. Yeah, they are just slightly larger than the tabs that I'm using right now, but I am unsure about the weight of the vegan leather on this thin paper. So I have to kind of think about that, but I wanted to get these, and I had like $30 in rewards, so I only had to pay for shipping. So this is the first thing. And then the second thing that I got are these 2 monthly sticker books. This is edition 11. And I really love all of the sticker books that Erin Condren comes out with. However, last year, I don't know if I have any. I had to find my book journal. Last year, the month stickers, while very pretty, used a color background plus the color foiling for each of the months, and it really was hard for me to read. I think they're pretty, but they were just a little bit harder for me, and so what I had wanted was the white background with the foil accent, because these are very easy for me to read and I really like these particular month stickers. And so I have been waiting because they don't sell this particular pack anymore. They only had this pack in stock, and so I didn't want to not be able to see the month labels, because that's kind of why I get these sticker books. But when I saw the sticker books, once they finally released, it is still a colored background, but the foil accent for the month is much easier to read. It's actually the month written out. So I use these to decorate my book journal mainly, and then also I like to use the labels on anything that has 12 boxes. I do buy some other labels. Well, I can't seem to find what I'm looking for. It's the Jack font, and I may have used up all of them. I thought I had one sticker sheet left, but I do not see it in my sticker basket, so I'm unsure where it is. But I love all of the little decorative stickers. I think they're a lot of fun, and I do actually need to buy some more of those Jack font stickers, and I can't remember where they're from now at this point. I'm going to have to go back and look through my Etsy purchases to see. So these are just decorative stickers, and I buy the new monthly sticker book every year. I have been since they first started coming out 11 years ago, and I primarily use them to decorate my book journal at this point, but I used to buy multiple and use them at the beginning of every Erin Condren planner. They have the 12 monthly boxes, and well, you can use it for anything, but I always used it for months. So I continue to buy these sticker books and use them every year. I'm really pleased to see that I can actually read the month this time instead of last year. So I did get 2. I may end up getting more. I think I may have said this earlier in the vlog that I was going to place a larger EC order. I think I'm going to get a couple of the softbound planners and then a couple of other things. I also want some Christmas sticker sheets, which those are not in stock yet. I wish that they would just have them available all year, like all of the other sticker sheets, but obviously, you know, it's Christmas, so it doesn't make sense to have them all the time, I guess. But I'm looking for some of those holiday themed sticker sheets so that I can start setting up my book journal for next year. And I may end up buying some more of these, but I'm not going to do that order until Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because that's when they have their biggest sale typically during the year. I think it's usually like 25 or 30% off. I can't remember if it's Black Friday or Cyber Monday. And then my coupon usually stacks on top of that, like the coupons that you get when you place an order for a life planner. And if you've seen any of my planner content this year, you will know that I purchased quite a few life planners this year and I'm not using any of them. So I don't know why I'm necessarily thinking about softbound planners. Well, I do, and I will share that probably in Vlogmas. This was my quick little unboxing of the 3 things that I purchased from Erin Condren just a few days ago that came today, and I'm really pleased about it. So I am going to head back to my reading, and I will check in a little bit. Okay guys, I am going to wrap up this vlog here. It has been a good day. Of course, I did not finish my office closet clean out. That's okay. We do have to run to Target tomorrow for some birthday presents anyways and some Halloween stuff. So I think that most likely I'm going to look at maybe some little plastic drawers to put some of this stuff in. I think that that will probably be the easiest thing. I will get it all put back in my closet before Monday, before we have to start school again, even if it's just stacking things back in there the way they were. I did actually get rid of quite a bit of stuff, so I'm pleased about that. I wish I had been able to finish it, but honestly, I am just exhausted. I don't know how I'm going to stay up until 10 o'clock tonight for a dance. I'm just, I really could use some more sleep. I was up at 4:30 this morning because our heat kicked on and the pipes were like making noise, and so that woke me up. I'm a very light sleeper, I think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me on this kind of homeschool day in the life, but I didn't really share much about the homeschool. Everybody got their stuff done, which is good, but I didn't really film any of it. But I did film myself cleaning, so that's always fun. But thank you guys again for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.